Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Monday, April the 26th, National Audubon Day, National Dissertation Day, National Help a Horse Day, National Kids Day. I like kids. Oh, I'm sorry, Kids and Pets Day.
Okay.
I like kids and pets. National Richter Scale Day, National South Dakota Day, that's my home state, and then National Pretzel Day. I like pretzels.
I love
A
pretzels.
lot of cool stuff going on today. And I'm super excited to visit with my guest today. I've got Joey Pants joining me.
Joey
Now,
Pants.
He's an actor. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in The Goonies. He was one of the Fratelli brothers in that.
Okay.
But he was also
One
in...
of my favorite movies.
Yeah, he was also a character in The Sopranos. He's been in a bunch of movies, and he and his daughter Dani are going to be on the program today because next month is National Mental Health Month.
Okay.
And they've got a book out. They've got all kinds of stuff where he's saying that, hey, this is something a lot of people struggle with. Don't be ashamed of that. Excited to chat with Joey and Dani coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new survey shows 97% of computer owners use their machine almost every day. Less than 40% back up their computers even once a week. And almost a third responding say they back up their computers maybe once a year or never. When it comes to backing things up, use the rule 3-2-1. Keep at least 3 copies of your data. Store 2 copies, they say, and back up copies on different storage media, with one located off-site. So I think I fall into the category of I don't back up stuff nearly enough. Where do you?
I never back stuff up, and I probably should.
A simple way to do this would have an external hard drive, like you save everything to that, and then you unplug it and take it with you when you leave. So I can tell you this, I have actually lost things because I didn't back stuff up. So we have some tools we use now. So I do better than I used to. So I've got more than one copy of things, but interesting stuff. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. 2 drunken friends were left with swollen male parts, we'll say, after injecting one another with some cream that they thought would help them in that region. A couple of French guys, both in their 30s, watched some YouTube video that offered a bogus tip on how to, help your manhood. Anyway, they decided, well, I'm not going to do mine, and I'm going to do yours, and you're going to do mine. And they both got a little tipsy before they did it because they thought, well, that's going to probably hurt. Anyway, turns out it was a really bad idea because they both got to spend some time in the hospital. They were under the influence of alcohol when they did this, and they injected this under the guidance of some YouTube video. So they said this was never going to work out well. There's a real likelihood that they might have caused some irreversible damage.
Yikes.
With long-term implications for things down yonder. So
I don't know anybody well enough to let them at my area.
Yeah, me neither. It's a bad idea.
Super awkward.
You want to come with me for a minute? I want to take a look at something here. Got this YouTube video. I think maybe we should try this. It's a bad idea. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Did you watch the Oscars over the weekend?
No.
I knew you didn't because I was with you. I also didn't watch the Oscars. There's a lot of Oscar news coming in. We're going to get to some of that. Maybe we'll have that for you tomorrow. Let's see what we have here, though. Netflix is vowing to spend $17 billion on new content this year. 17 billion with a B.
That is insane.
They already have so many things. You go on Netflix and you hit the button and there's like, hey, we got these, 27 billion shows for you to watch. And I don't know what they're going to put on there, but hey, Netflix, if you're listening, maybe something, I don't know, family friendly. Just saying. NBC is developing a new unscripted adaptation of the classic board game, Guess Who? So,
Are you kidding?
there's going to be a new unscripted adaptation. That's like, I don't know if that means it's a game show or if that means it's a reality show, but either way, Guess Who? Coming to a TV near you. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Sociologists are warning that TikTok is turning average people into viral stars, and they just don't know how to handle the sudden relevance. So they're saying, when you have some video that goes viral or a bunch of them, because a lot of these youngsters on TikTok, they've got, a good sense of humor. They do something, it's funny, and then people will start following their channel and sharing a bunch of their stuff. And overnight, they're celebrities. And people are like, yeah, I don't know what to do now because like everywhere I go, people know me. And let me explain. We've been doing the John and Heidi show a long time, and
it's a burden.
And nobody knows me wherever I go. So no, I can understand that because it is weird. We've had that happen where people, somebody recognized Heidi from her laugh. They're like, "Are you John and Heidi?"
Yeah, it's super awkward.
It is a little awkward. So, but I can tell you the other thing is. If you don't want that type of attention, don't do the TikTok videos. We choose to do a show. You choose to do that. If you don't want that kind of attention, just, don't do the
That's
video.
right.
Nobody's holding you and forcing you to do these TikTok videos. If they are, call the authorities. All right. A new report claims Lego robberies are on the rise. Apparently there's a market for the tiny toys, and it's such a fulfilled market that people are stealing them to get the Legos. So I didn't realize that was a thing. A wild search is underway after officers say 5 monkeys escaped from a private collection in Cincinnati. Now, this is from like a week ago, but I wanted to share this. It says the monkeys were seen swinging from trees at a cemetery while evading officers. So hopefully they've got the monkeys rounded up by now. But the reason I had to share that story, even though it's, like a week old, listen to the next story. 24 monkeys broke out of a zoo in Germany. So there were 5 monkeys in Cincinnati that took the splits and just got out of there. And 24 monkeys broke out of a zoo in Germany. What is going on with monkeys?
They've had enough.
Apparently.
They want out.
And one final thing. For you kiddos trying to figure out what to do with your life, University of Michigan is offering a new cannabis chemistry scholarship to students with a GPA of at least 3.0. So there's that to look forward to. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
It's a Movie Star Monday, and I have Joe Pantoliano joining me, and I've got his daughter Dani with him as well. May is National Mental Health Month, and we're going to chat with them because they work together on a really cool documentary called No Kidding, Me Too. So first of all, welcome to the program, guys.
Thanks for having us on.
Now, it is a Movie Star Monday, and Joe is in a bunch of different movies. The Goonies, he was also in The Sopranos, he's in a ton of stuff, and on screen you do an amazing job, and off screen you do an amazing job as well. You're an advocate for mental health. You've got the documentary No Kidding, Me Too. You've been involved in this for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been doing that. I've been involved with that. No Kidding Me Too is a nonprofit that we started back in 2009. And so we've been involved making movies through the medium that I've learned how to tell stories to help people help themselves.
That's really cool. And Dani is a filmmaker as well. Dani, what is it like to work with your dad on a project that means so much to the two of you?
really enjoying it. It's been really fun learning about each other, and we always feel better. Fun to get to know my dad this way.
Let's talk about the title, No Kidding, Me Too. Where does that title come from?
I was working on a film called Canvas about how mental health affects an entire family. And when people would ask me in the airport on my travels what I was working on, I tell them and they would say, no kidding, me too, no kidding, me too, no kidding, me too. And so I thought it was time to start a nonprofit advocacy using celebrity as the foghorn to reach people so you could shed some light on what I came to understand was a universal problem. Everybody goes through some form of mental disease. It's temporary, it's not permanent, and with the right tools, you can, when you have a bad day, you can use them to get through the day. Acknowledging the feelings, not trying to run away from them, embracing them and surrendering to them. What society might say, where I am broken, those broken bits is what made me become a storyteller. And so my greatest asset is my emotional distress.
And this is one of those things that a lot of the time we struggle in silence and we don't tell anybody. But when you find out others are dealing with this, you go, oh, wow, I'm not alone.
Right. That's how I felt.
And I love that you guys are helping draw attention to National Mental Health Awareness Month. That's coming up in May. But if this is something you struggle with, you don't just struggle for 1 month. This is something that can kind of rear its ugly head any time. So you've got this documentary, No Kidding, Me Too. Where can I find the documentary if I'd like to watch that anytime?
Oh, yeah. So you can find the documentary on Amazon and iTunes. You can rent it.
And I'll bet everybody listening knows somebody or may even be themselves that struggle with mental health issues. So the thing that's really nice, this is a way to watch a documentary that kind of explains it, also lets people know that you're not alone. And then if you do know somebody and you're saying, I don't know what words to say to you, but how about we watch a movie together? You watch a little documentary, No Kidding, Me Too, and it kind of fills in the blanks and lets people understand that you're not alone. This is something a lot of people struggle with.
And it's helping us. I can't tell you how energized I feel from doing this and meeting people that are enjoying it, and it really has been helpful to me because COVID has really had me dug down for the last 13 months.
Yeah, it really does change your brain chemistry just talking about it. Like even doing these interviews, I just feel better. I feel awake. I woke up really early and I was like, I got to wake up early and do this. And now I'm energized. I'm ready to go. It's fun talking about your feelings. It sounds so corny, but it's so true.
And for the two of you, I think this has got to be just a really cool project to work on together because as filmmakers, Dani's a filmmaker, Joey a filmmaker, an actor, a storyteller. Not that it's not fun to see you like as one of my favorite characters, one of the Fratelli brothers on The Goonies or your character on The Sopranos, but for you to get in front of the camera on this and be Joey and talk about something that matters to Joey and something that matters to Dani. Thank you so much for sharing that with the world.
Well, thanks for noticing. I'm having a ball.
Again, on this Movie Star Monday, our guest has been Joey Pantoliano and his daughter Dani. And instead of just talking about movies, instead we talked about something that matters a lot. May, coming up, is National Mental Health Month. I'm going to make it really easy to find their documentary. I'm going to put the link to No Kidding, Me Too. You'll find it really simply, really easily in the show notes. Guys, thank you for being a part of this today.
Thank you, and maybe you can teach me how to do that. I'm completely illiterate when it comes to technology.
Well, I'm still a bit of a beginner myself. I do have a link to the documentary and all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
You can have a stroke if you blow your nose too hard. What?
Really?
How bad would that be?
Wow.
Yeah, so be careful out there. So he's getting ready to blow their nose. Like, wait a minute, what?
What was that now?
Holding a hanky up to their face. Yeah, you can have a stroke.
I
if
can
you
see
blow your
that, though,
nose.
if you're blowing really, really hard and you
Really
burst
hard.
a blood vessel or
Yeah,
something.
so just be careful out there. Because you'd think of all the things you could do and not have to worry about, getting hurt.
Yeah, you
Blowing
would
your nose
think.
would be one of those
There's
things.
not
but
much you can do anymore. I don't
Apparently
think.
not. And I suppose it probably depends on your age. So as I'm getting on the back nine here, I got to be really careful. So again, you can have a stroke if you blow your nose too hard. That's today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, New Zealand. A guy in New Zealand is doing these custom caskets inspired by Legos, donuts, and chocolate bars. So it's all the rage right now. People, when they're having their casket made, they're having it made to look like something. So it's not just a casket. It looks like Legos. It looks like donuts. It looks like whatever. That's kind of an interesting thing, I guess.
My aunt wants one that looks like the TARDIS from Doctor Who. That blue
the
phone
phone
booth
booth
looking
thing?
thing. Yeah.
Okay. I was lost for a second.
She
there.
wants hers to look like that.
I'm guessing Aunt Linda?
Yes.
Okay, I was in my mind trying to figure out who you're talking about, but it all makes sense now. All right. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world, brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. There's a home. This is kind of weird, but it's not that weird, I guess. A home for sale in the Louisville, Kentucky area that is selling for $400,000. It's $399,000, but we're going to call it $400,000. The home, advertised as a peaceful, private, scenic home, has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. However, it has something else. That's why it's weird news. Otherwise, why would we be talking about this? There's a bonus room. According to this, has a vault door. And once you open the vault door, there's a jail door. And the home that was built in 1986 has what looks like a prison cell. On the inside, the entire room...
I think I saw this online.
The entire room is made out of concrete. There's like a little light. You can see all of this online. I do have a link to it. So if you're going, what? What is this?
You have to wonder who they kept in there.
Well, people online are saying, oh, hey, it's cool. They have a safe room. But here's my thing. I'm looking at this room going, I don't know if that's a safe room. It's a safe. You could store things in it.
No, they had somebody in there.
Or maybe they had a bunch of stuff in there. It doesn't necessarily mean they had a person in there. But, it doesn't look like a room that you can easily get out of. It looks like, I don't know. It's interesting. I have a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Here's something you shouldn't do if you want to avoid police attention. Don't drive an SUV with a bazooka on the roof.
Oh, my God.
So this is the guy that had the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Can. We talked about this last week.
So it's not... This is the same guy.
Yeah,
with
same guy.
Okay.
War Child, a rapper whose birth name is Chris Stoney, learned that lesson the hard way at about 2 p.m. Saturday when bewildered police swarmed an 06 Hummer in Midtown Manhattan with a bazooka mounted to the roof. Turns out the bazooka was actually an air-powered T-shirt rifle. The police didn't know what was going on. They said they told me to put my hands up, and they said they thought I was a terrorist. My hands were shaking. I was nervous. I felt like it was a scene from some Bruce Willis movie. The Philadelphia-based rapper said he was stopped on his way to Times Square to check out his promotional billboard for a film and music video. He explained to police it's an air rifle designed to shoot T-shirts to promote his brand, and it's a prop from his clothing company, Wardrobe by War Child. Anyway, he was issued a summons for unlawful possession of an air rifle and is due to appear in court in July. So apparently that is illegal. Didn't know that.
Huh.
Now we know. It is your moment of da, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, Wind River, Riverton, Wyoming. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm going to say golf course.
And Wind River is a rehab center.
No way.
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh, I don't like this one.
She has not done well.
I haven't at all.
It has been actually a little bit sad to watch the trajectory of this game. Whatever you think in the future, just guess the other thing. Unless it says right in the name golf course, just saying. Or if it's, such and such a rehab center. Is that a golf course? All right, that's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by our friends at TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com, and I have never seen anything quite like this. Rescuers build a giant giraffe to build to help a giraffe that was on an island that's been sinking.
A giraffe. That's cute.
9 giraffes have now been rescued from Longacharo Island. Rising waters were threatening their home near Kenya, or in Kenya, I guess it is. Month-long rescue operation in Kenya recently concluded after they delivered the last 2 stranded giraffes to safety at the Ruko Community Wildlife Conservancy?
Conservatory?
No, it says Conservancy. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, Save Giraffes Now partnered with Northern Rangeland Trust and local conservation agencies to transfer these giraffes, and these are called Rothschild giraffes, one of the most endangered populations of giraffes, so it's a specific type, and they had to get them off of this island because the island is going underwater. I don't exactly understand what that means. The giraffes are on this sinking island. Now they're not. They're moved them with this giraffe, a custom-made barge with tall sides, and it's buoyed with 60 empty drums. So this is something that you could make yourself, apparently. They were all transferred one at a time. And it's interesting because they have a giant curtain. So when they're in there, they're not looking out. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't understand why they did that.
Well, because I bet they would get nervous if they saw that they
why.
were above, water.
Yeah, it could be. But it's pretty cool, and it was quite the effort. But they saved these giraffes who could have quite possibly not been with us much longer because this little island that they're on is going underwater. So pretty darn cool. I've got a link to it. If you're into giraffes, you might want to check it out. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.